Okay, so for 1110, it's a huge one of fingerspelling. And again, it's just a repeat of the same information. It's just sort of taking us a little bit further. Um, oh, that's what happens. They changed the control. Got it. Sorry. The Screencastify that I used to record has changed its controls a little, and I was looking for stuff. Okay. Again, we're going to do U.S. states and Canadian provinces. And I'm not going to go through all of them or many of them. You have them on the review thing. Otherwise, we'll just be here for a long time. So, Alaska, right? If you think about like a parka or a hoodie with the fur, Alaska, it starts with an A and comes down to here. Arizona comes from dry, like the sign for dry, desert, hot, summer, signed up here like you're wiping your brow. So, Arizona. I like to sign it this way because it means you have to have patience when you're down there, but that's a long story. Family. So, Arizona, California, or sometimes you'll see it like this with the I love you. California. This is the sign for gold, the gold rush, right? So, California. And again, review the signs, and I'll try to incorporate the vocab because I don't know if it repeats all of them. Canadian provinces. For these states, remember, these are the ones where you're just doing the abbreviations, the initials. So New Hampshire, NH. And you'll notice in the video that we kind of anticipate what the second sign is going to be and adapt some of the first ones. So let's see. New Jersey, New Mexico, North Dakota. The hand will move in a direction. So New Hampshire, there's a twist, right? New Hampshire. Dun, dun. New Jersey starts with a little bit forward as you put the N, and then twists for the J. Right? New Mexico, it's in the same place. It doesn't move in any direction. North Dakota moves a little bit to the front. You can see it from here. North Dakota. ND. It's not huge, and my camera just froze. ND. North Dakota. It's slight, and now when I'm thinking about it, I can't do it. North Dakota. South Dakota. Same thing. S opens up a little bit for the D. These are the wrist movements that you're going to start to rely on more than the hand shapes. So as things are moving fast, you're going to South Dakota. It looks like you're just saying one, but you're actually doing an S into a D. Okay. So you can see how S and D are hard to see on the video. So you're going to just get more used to it. New Brunswick, North Carolina, NC, South Carolina, Rhode Island. British Columbia is one where we start with the B to the side and then bring it forward to the C. British Columbia. Because BC is kind of awkward. British Columbia, boom, is much easier. Okay. So again, take a look at the videos. They're very clear. First and last letters. And I believe my gut tells me that most of these are coming from the postal abbreviations. Because I don't think the post office got these abbreviations from ASL, but I may be wrong. Missouri, PA, Pennsylvania, Louisiana, LA. It's also Los Angeles, LA, Los Angeles. I've seen those interchangeable. Context will help with that. Kentucky. Florida, most of the time I see FLA. So flaw. There are many flaws in Florida. Maryland, Virginia, Vermont, and West Virginia. So we do a West and then VA, right? So, again, Arkansas, Delaware, Kansas, Nebraska. This is very much the same thing as when we look at most of the months that we sign are just the first few letters. February, FEB. So in here, I've only seen WY for Wyoming. But So, um, and the variations, the DVD shows it, or the slideshow that I'm going to incorporate shows it. So, um, full name. They're short. Ohio. Now, Ohio is short. Ohio. Don't. Ohio. It's pretty quick. It takes some practice to get used to it. So, Ohio. Okay. I also see people do Ohio, but people from the West Coast don't like that. This is Oregon. It's not Ohio. Well, this is Pittsburgh and Maine are used interchangeably. LA, Louisiana, and Los Angeles. So we don't have that much cause to talk about Oregon in Ohio. So if you see this, chances are it's Ohio, not Oregon, but it might be a good way to practice and to ask. You mean Ohio or Oregon? Oregon, not Oregon. Okay. So anyway, blah, 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 finger spell the names. And then normally what we do is we break off and have people practice in groups of where they are. This is probably a good thing too to work on signer's perspective. If you think about, I don't know, BC is to the west. Right? And then trivia. Now, these are some questions for us to talk about in class normally, but there's the answers. Because now we're going to see videos where they say some of the similar information, not the same. But I think there's 14, 15, and there's the answers. And then all the videos are on here. So it's just, this book keeps going back after every few chapters and reviewing numbers, reviewing letters, reviewing states, stuff like that, hobbies. So this one didn't really build that much, so it's a pretty short unit.